Hey, what's going on, beautiful people? Doc's got to shoot this one on the fly, so I'm on my way out. All right, but let me holler at y'all real quick. Hold on. All right. What is good? What is good? What is good, beautiful people? Of course, you know who I be. Good Doc, Dr. Mike TV. Back again, once again, driving reckless and dangerous in the great state of North Kakalaki. But it was on my mind, so I had to knock this video out, guys, okay? First time to the channel, subscribe, notify, do your thing. All right, so look. There are a multitude of different reasons why men choose to travel abroad. We've talked about them in 150,000 different videos that I've done so far. But there's one thing that I really think that is, yeah, I know my seatbelt's off. I know I'm dumb. I'm sorry. But there's one thing that we actually may have touched on briefly, but it's nothing that we've ever really had an in-depth conversation about, okay? The one thing that I've noticed about myself, and I think that I've noticed this about a few different guys, is the fact that traveling abroad and dealing with females abroad really does help to build confidence when dealing with women in the United States. Now, the reason why I say it helps to build confidence is you have a lot of guys that have not, under any circumstances, talked to any women here. You might want to call them simps. You say all kinds of names about them, but maybe they're just not confident in how they choose to approach women. And you'll have a lot of guys that will say, yo, if you can't get women in the West, you're likely not going to get women in the East. I think that that is highly probable, and that is a very highly understandable situation. And, you know, it's a statement that I think we can all get behind. But there are very rare occasions, okay? Very rare occasions wherein sometimes all it takes is removing yourself from your own culture or removing yourself from your own situation, going abroad, dealing with women that don't remind you of anybody from home, to help you build confidence in talking to women. Maybe the way that you talk to women in the United States, like we talked about before, is not the same way that you're gonna talk to women, you know, in the Philippines or Brazil or DR, or wherever you're choosing to go, Colombia included. I've learned over time, for myself personally, it's not as if there was ever an issue with learning how to talk with women. But what I've noticed is it's very plain and simple. Once you build the confidence enough to actually talk to women in foreign countries or whatever, if that's what it takes for you, when you go back home, you kind of basically play it as if you have nothing to lose because you no longer don't. Imagine if all you've ever known is the culture that you grew up in. Like I said, all I ever knew before I moved to the Philippines was Fayetteville, North Carolina, man. Small town, whatever. My little experience in Okinawa, Japan, it was enough to change my mindset about traveling. But, you know, when you're stuck in your own home city, you got to understand that's pretty much all you ever know. But all it takes is removing yourself from the, your current environment, going overseas, chatting it up with some beautiful women or beautiful women that you think to be beautiful, women that you just want to have, conversations with, right? Then let's say, for example, you're only there for a couple of weeks. You realize, yo, man, this is where I find my comfort. This is where I find my solace. But yet and still, you're the type of person that want to play the field. Imagine, you come all the way back home, right? You're no longer sweating any of these women. You don't care if they rock with you. You don't care if they F with you or not. Now you're playing the field as if you have nothing to lose. And everybody knows when you play the field as if you have nothing to lose, you truly don't. Because if they don't rock with you, if they don't mess with you or anything like that, you know what? You already know where you're going to find yourself anyways, right? So I've kind of learned over time the utilization of dealing with women or talking to women abroad, using it to help build confidence, using it to help build up your own personal character. You know, maybe you need to do a quick switch up because sometimes it takes really leaving yourself from a situation, coming back to it, fresh lens, fresh mindset, fresh lens, fresh mindset, fresh perspective. It literally changes everything about the way you approach anything, especially women. Now, the boy's been in a relationship for a long time, so for myself, the rule doesn't really apply. But I've heard it in a lot of other gentlemen. It's like, though I see it in myself, as in, like, if I'm having conversations with friends or, you know, people that I've known for a while, maybe the way that I used to talk to them before, the way that we have conversations now is different. That's what I'm saying. But in reference to you hitting up on them, let's say you be like, yo, I think you know, you might say some things like, you might find her attractive and you might say a little sly shit, you know, see if she gonna smile back, something you may have said to a Filipina or something, to see how the reaction's gonna go. It's basically like testing the water. So basically, as you're realizing what works and what doesn't work with your life here in the United States, it's genuinely helping you build confidence in how you talk to women in general. A lot of guys have what I like to call the copy-paste method. Sometimes it works, as long as it's usually a baseline outline and not play-by-play, because I mean, when dealing with women in different countries, you're always gonna have to utilize different methods and techniques. I gotta roll my window up because that's a little loud. As long as you have what I would like to refer to as a cookie cutter approach, basically an outline, you can't really go wrong anywhere in the world that you go. A lot of guys say that they can hook up with women all over the world, and they might be true. I mean, that might be accurate. I mean, you would actually have to go to the country and, you know, try improve your methods and tactics to be accurate. But if you do, that's okay. But if you really want to know the truth about me and how I personally feel, I feel like traveling abroad really does help to boost a man's confidence when dealing with women in their own home countries. You can agree or disagree, but I feel like once you develop, like I said before, the mentality where you have nothing to lose, you can't lose. You don't care how she reacts, you don't care how she responds. If she does hit you with a response that you're not expecting, and you choose to rock with it and see where it goes, then you do so. If you say it and it don't rock, or it don't, you know, it kind of slips through the cracks, it is what it is, man. You just keep it pushing, because at the end of the day, you're probably not gonna be in and around the situation where that young lady is gonna be anything significant anyways. But I'm telling you, when they find out that you rocking with some other females, man, especially them chicks that are from abroad, they see you on your Facebook with pictures and stuff. If you choose that route to make them jealous, post them on your Facebook where everybody can see. You know what I'm saying? Don't be surprised if your phone start blowing up. You know, don't be surprised if people stop dropping in Facebook messages like, hey, where you at? How you been? Because now they see they really don't stand a chance. So they might start trying to give you a chance. Everybody knows that one. But I just want you guys to understand that I feel personally that if you do choose to travel abroad, I feel like it does give you it should, depending on how you utilize your time abroad. If you're really just going to the bars and clubs, that's gonna really defeat the purpose of the building confidence process, of course. But if you do give it a chance, an honest effort, I think that A, you're gonna find somebody, and B, it's really gonna boost your confidence. I do. Trust me when I tell you. I played the game before and I'll play it again. Damn, I missed this late. I'm about to be late. Anywho, that's just my time. That's just my rant. I had to get this one out the way while it was on my mind. I'm almost where I need to be at, guys, but I hope you guys are having a blessed one. Doc's having a great one. I appreciate the efforts. I appreciate the love, man. I hope to see you guys around for many, many moons to come. If you haven't already joined the Good Doc over there on his Patreon or over there in the YouTube join, knock that out, man. That's where we're going to be posting our real legit content. That's where I'm going to start posting. Well, I've always been posting it in Patreon, but now you're going to start getting it on YouTube, just in case you didn't want to go all the way over to Patreon to figure out what the Good Doc is all about, okay? It's only going to be starting from this point. Of course, I'm not going to bring up any of my content that I've already posted on Patreon to bring it over to the YouTube. It's not going to happen. That's where all of that stuff's going to stay. But you might find that some of the content that I leave in the YouTube channel, I'm going to put it over in Patreon for all of those that are already over there, because I feel like, you know, you guys deserve, and you guys have already been a part of the team long enough to be able to have that content already posted over there, so you guys don't have to do the YouTube join either, okay? But if you don't want to go all the way over to the Patreon, yo, YouTube join, baby. Yo, those badges are awesome, and it really does show that you guys are certified and true with the Good Doc and crew. All right? You guys stay blessed. You stay easy. The Good Doc is officially out. At least Nakopa Alam, which means how's it going now? Bye-bye. As always, love you guys. Makita. Bye-bye. Peace.